And I jumped on a plane to Miami, and with about $100 in my pocket, I remember sitting outside or looking outside my office window and seeing the rain pouring down and the grey city of Birmingham. And then I was looking through a photo magazine, and there was an article about these photographers working on a cruise ship in the Caribbean, scuba diving and cycling and drinking cocktails. And I thought, yeah.
You were like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Thea from Scratch, and I document stories of starting over abroad. That was my friend Paul. He is Welsh, a photographer, and the man behind Streets of Valencia. Paul is the kind of person who finds beauty in the simple things, from finding a new gem in town, to walking through what used to be Roman ruins, to mixing café con leche with a shot of espresso, because that's how he likes it. If you live in Valencia, you've probably seen him walking around with his camera, taking photos of beautiful sunsets and orange trees, and documenting content that makes you fall in love with the city. But that's not all. Paul also creates this really unique walking experiences for anyone who wants to get to know the real Valencia, or as he calls it, the heart and soul of the city. During our interview, I got to go on my very own Streets of Valencia walking experience, which was so cool to see Paul in his element and also learn a thing or two about Valencia that I didn't know about. I hope you enjoy the interview and our walk as much as I did. There is a part 2 because we ended up going to a cafe afterwards, so I will be posting that next week. So hey Paul, thank you for walking with me today on a rainy day.
Yes, not so good. It's a little bit overcast and rainy, very rare.
Yeah, well, it's okay because it'll give like a cool ambience.
Yes.
Show a different side of Valencia.
Atmospheric.
So, Paul, how long have you lived here in Valencia?
I came to Valencia for the first time in 2016, so unbelievably 9.5 years, which, yeah, it's unbelievable. I can't even comprehend it.
Has it flown by?
Completely. That's what happens in life, yeah.
And so, where are you originally from?
I was born in the UK, in Wales, a very green and rainy country. But I left Wales about 25 years ago, and I've lived all over, mostly in Prague, and made the move to Spain 9.5 years ago. Yeah.
And so what brought you to Valencia?
A long story involving a girl who is now a friend. We wanted to come and live in a warmer climate. We loved the idea of living in Spain, the food and the culture. And so I made the plunge and just moved here, and I love it here.
And so when you were making the decision to move to Spain, I know you were doing it with your partner at the time, did you have any fears about starting over in a new country?
Not really, no, because I've always enjoyed traveling, and I've always enjoyed the idea and the thought of living abroad. The first time I did it was in 1999, and I jumped on a plane to Miami, and with about $100 in my pocket.
What?
And I got a job on the cruise ships as a photographer on the cruise ships in the Caribbean. So moving to new countries is something that I'm kind of used to.
Oh my goodness. Wait, why Miami? It's so random. Also, I lived there for like 10 years.
Well, I finished university where I was studying photography.
Okay.
And I got a job in an office in Birmingham. And I remember sitting outside or looking outside my office window and seeing the rain pouring down and the grey city of Birmingham. And then I was looking through a photo magazine, and there was an article about these photographers working on a cruise ship in the Caribbean, scuba diving and cycling and drinking cocktails. And I thought, yeah.
You were like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. I think once you've done something like that, it's difficult to go back to kind of regular 9-to-5 work in an office. So
yeah,
that was the beginning of it, really, yeah.
Okay, so Paul, we're going to talk a little bit about Streets of Valencia, because that's how I came across who you are. When did you start this project?
About 6 years ago, I came up with this idea of offering experiences, historical, cultural experience, which is basically a walk around the old town. And yeah, I started selling the experience on Airbnb and different platforms, and it went really well, and I really enjoyed doing it. But I was also teaching quite a bit as well and doing lots of other stuff. But it's only been recently, in the last maybe 3 or 4 months, that I've decided to completely go all in on Streets of Valencia, because it's what I love doing. And so it's been going for about 6 years, but it's been going full-time, 100% for about 3 months now.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it's going really well, yeah.
I love that. So 6 years ago, what motivated you to get it started?
Well, I was a full-time teacher for 15 years in international schools in Prague, but I studied photography. I've always been fascinated with photography, and I've always taken photos, even when I was teaching. And I used to wander around the streets taking photos and post them, and people liked them. And I thought, hey, you know, these streets, especially around El Carmen, they're a little bit off the beaten track. People don't really see these streets. And I thought, if I love being in these streets and experiencing them and learning the stories and the history and the culture and finding out about the food and speaking to market traders and all of these little secret stories, if I enjoy it, then other people might enjoy it as well. I incorporated the photos into my walk because 2 days after the experience, my guests get a selection of professionally edited photos of their experience
Ah, that's amazing.
to take home with them. So I kind of found a way of incorporating the creative side into it as well.
By the way, where are we? Tell people where we're walking through
Well,
now.
here we are at the fountain on Plata de la Virgen, and this is where my tours start. This is the fountain. This looks like Neptune, but it's not Neptune. They kind of copied Neptune, but this is the god of the Turia River.
Nice.
And he has his 7 nymphs around him. If you look underneath, they have names, and they represent all the tributaries of the Turia River.
What is that building behind us?
This is the Basilica. This is where they have all of the daily services. They have about 8 services every day. Your kind of everyday mass. Obviously, the big festivals and the big Sunday services are held in the cathedral, and you can go inside and walk through. If the door's open, you can walk right through, and there's a beautiful painted ceiling, and yeah, it's always worth. If you see a church open, anywhere in Spain, actually, it's always worth going inside, just because they're so beautiful inside. Yeah.
Amazing. As you've been doing Streets of Valencia for the last 6 years, last 3 months full time, what led you to want to dive fully into it at like your full time?
Well, I just really love doing it so much, but I've always been a little bit cautious. You know, is it going to take off? And I need more security. But I just thought, no, I really believe in it. I really enjoy it. And there's only one way to do it, and that's just to go dive straight in and just do it and to live it and be it. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I love it. What really stood out to me when I was looking at your Instagram page is what you mentioned about, and I think you have it in your bio, it's kind of like the heart and the soul of the city. I see a lot of content creators who, it feels more like a travel blog that is very curated, but I love that your content, it feels very raw. Like, this is my morning walking through the Mercat.
Yeah, that's the path I'm trying to tread. You know, there's a fine line between all of this polished, touristy type stuff, and then trying to blend it with a bit of the real life as well. You know? And when my guests come, I recommend restaurants to them. I don't recommend the Michelin star restaurants. I recommend I call them, in England, we call them the spit and sawdust places, you know, the rough and ready, the real authentic places where they can go and have a proper lunch and a beer in the real Spanish places, you know. So I do like to try as best as I can to promote that side of things as well.
Right.
Trying to show the real Valencia as well. Yeah,
I love that. As you've been doing these tours, what has been something surprising or fun that you've discovered about yourself as you've been guiding people around the city?
What have I discovered about myself? Well, I've always loved meeting people and working with people. I think that's why I got into teaching. And yeah, I think what I've learned is that the Streets of Valencia experience combines what I love doing. I've got the creative aspect with the photography, and I just love meeting people, chatting, connecting with them. I'm at my happiest when I'm meeting people and sharing stories and listening to their stories and helping them have a good time in Valencia and helping them make the most of Valencia, really. And
I love it.
Enjoy it. Yeah, it's a good place to be.
Yeah, I want to say the best. So this is the second spot that you take people?
Yeah. So in 138 BC, the city of Valencia was founded right here underneath us by the Romans. That was known. They knew that the Romans founded it, but they hadn't found the whole city. And they were excavating in this area here for a metro station in the 80s, so not that long ago. And they stumbled across the Roman ruins, which we're walking above right now.
Wow.
Unfortunately, in this rain, with the raindrops, we don't have a clear view, but you can look, well, you can see people walking in the museum, walking through the actual Roman ruins, and you can see the floor of the bathroom, the bathhouse, sorry. And the architect designed it so that the cathedral reflects down upon the Roman ruins, which are all below us here.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the Roman history of Valencia.
I did not know this. I'm taking a history lesson today on a Friday morning with you, Paul.
Well, you know, you learn something new every day.
In the 9.5 years that you've been here, what would you say is your favorite thing about living in Valencia?
It's a bit of a cliche, but the climate, and I don't just mean, you know, the hot summers and sunbathing. It's just the fact that the weather is so mild all year round. And the light makes such a difference to your life. You know, back in the UK, it's a great country, but you wake up and it's grey and dull and cloudy.
Yeah.
And just waking up, even in the winter, waking up to bright blue skies, it just changes your mood every day, you know. You can just do more stuff.
Yes.
And you're outdoors, you're constantly outdoors. Even in the winter, in the evening, you put a jacket on, a coat on, and you can sit outside and socialize outside. This, for me, is probably, you know, the number one benefit of living here.
How do you think, Paul, Valencia has shaped the life that you're building for yourself now?
I don't know. Well, I think it's given me the opportunity to start Streets of Valencia. It's a perfect sized city. It's not completely saturated with tourists yet. You still, even in the center, walking around, it still feels local, it still feels authentic. And so I guess it's afforded me the opportunity to create something like this.
And for people who engage with your content on Streets of Valencia, what do you hope that they experience when they come across your work?
Well, I just hope that they get a feeling of the soul of the city, learn a little bit about the history, the culture. Yeah, and just experience a little bit of what I experience every day. And, you know, maybe it will inspire them to come and visit and take a walk with me.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
What has surprised you the most about starting over in a new country?
Probably about just how easy it is. I mean, you've got to pick the right place. And I think I have picked the right place. And so that's made it easy. So yes, there are surprises, but nothing too bad or too negative, because I think you've got to find the right place for you. And I think this is the right place for me.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it's been pretty smooth, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're learning new stuff every day, which is good. And that's always good. But yeah, if you choose the right place, then hopefully there are no nasty surprises.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So would you say all in all, starting over abroad, has it been worth it?
Oh yeah, completely. Totally.
I love it. And you have your dog.
Yes, Ringo is here.
Oh, Ringo.
He's
so cute.
He's very calm. He sometimes comes with me. Usually I ask my guests. Sometimes I'll say, I've got a dog. We can bring the dog if you want. And most people say, oh yeah, bring him. And if I don't bring him and I tell my guests I've got a dog, they usually say, oh, you should have brought him.
Yeah.
So,
he is your selling point.
Yeah.
You don't need any marketing. You just meet Ringo.
he's pretty good. He just loves being around people and he's very calm.
He is so calm.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed this walk with you, Paul, so thank you for walking with me.
My pleasure.